my channel. I hope you guys are doing good today. So in today's video, I am actually going to go through my foundation collection, and also I'm going to declutter a few foundations from the collection. Now I have to say I do have quite a bit of foundation collection, nowhere near all the beauty influencers have, obviously, but I do have quite a collection, more than a regular consumer. So I am going to be decluttering few of these. So let's get on with the video now. Also, if you are someone who's new to this channel, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like affordable makeup, if you like affordable skincare, also fashion, sometimes you can hit the subscribe button. I post like 4 videos a week these days. So let's get on with the video now. So here you can see this is all my foundation collection right now, and you can see I do have a lot of foundations. There are foundations, BB cream, CC cream, tinted moisturizers, everything is in here. So we are just going to go through with it, and I'm just going to tell you if I like it or not and if I'm going to declutter it, so that I'm keeping the video short that way. So first starting, I am taking this, this is Swiss Beauty one, and I honestly like the formulation. The color match isn't good at all. This is the darkest shade, but I still am keeping this because I really love how dewy this is. But I'm just going to mix this with another, like my other foundations, so that is why I am going to keep this one. So next is this NY Bay. This is a stick, actually. This is a stick foundation. Now I honestly have tried this twice, didn't like it. I'm still going to keep this and try this one out. If this doesn't like look good on me, or if I don't like it, then I'm going to declutter it. But for now I am going to keep this in like a maybe pile. So yeah, I'm going to test this out more in the future and let you guys know as well. So this is the Inside Ultra Thin Second Skin Foundation. You guys know I absolutely love this foundation. I really love it so much. I use it on a day-to-day basis when I feel like I just want something that is like a tinted moisturizer but looks very good on the skin. This is the one. So obviously I am going to keep this one. So the next is the Lakme 95cc cream. So I got the small size. I'm just going to keep this, and it's going to finish up after like 2 to 3 uses. I think it's going to finish up. So yeah, I'm just going to finish up and then throw it out. So this is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. This actually is, I really love this foundation a lot. But the thing is, it's an old foundation, so I don't think so I'm going to keep it because I think it's already like gone bad. So I am just going to declutter it, but I'm going to buy a new one because this is one of my favorite foundations ever, and it just looks very flawless on the skin. So next I got is this Rimmel long lasting foundation. I really like this foundation. It's definitely not my favorite one, but I really do like how this looks on the skin. I use it from time to time, but the only thing is I got a very darker shade, so I have to mix this with my lighter foundation. So yeah, I'm going to keep this obviously, and I like this a lot, and that's why I'm going to keep it. So next is the Mars BB cream. I honestly really like it a lot. I just think that this is something that I can apply all the time, even if I want a very full coverage kind of a look. It does give a decent amount of coverage considering that it is a BB cream, and I really love this one a lot. Although it has really bad shade range, I am still liking it a lot. So yeah, I'm just going to keep this one. So next is this Dazzler foundation. I tried this on camera once. I did not like it. The next time I tried it, like, you know, one day, I didn't end up liking it, and I tried this one more time with another primer, and I honestly don't like it. I'm trying this in so many ways. I don't end up liking it, so that's why I'm just going to declutter it. So next is this Vatenn tinted hydrator. Obviously this is also one of my favorite BB cream tinted moisturizer. It falls in that category, and I absolutely love this. I did spend 900 rupees on this, so obviously I'm going to keep it. I don't know if I'm going to repurchase this, but I absolutely have been loving this, so obviously it's going in the keep it pile. So this Garnier BB cream, this is a small one, so I'm actually going to declutter it because this has gone bad, and I don't know why, because I haven't used this and it's just been like 6 months. But yeah, I'm just going to declutter it because it's not like in a usable condition anymore. So the next thing is this Vatenn. While this is the foundation, this is the photofocus foundation. It was such a hyped up foundation, but honestly I did not like it at all. I don't like this foundation, how it looks on my skin, so obviously I'm just going to declutter it. And also it's like an old foundation, so obviously I shouldn't be putting this anywhere near my face, so it's going in the declutter pile. So next I have this Stay Quirky BB cream. Honestly, I don't know what to do with this. This is a BB cream that I feel like will suit much more of oily skin tone, and since I don't have oily skin tone, I don't think so I'm going to keep this. I think so I'm going to give this to my sister. Maybe she'll use it. She has oily skin. So yeah, I'm not going to throw it out, but I'm still going to declutter this from my collection. So the next is this Colourbar. This is the stick foundation concealer. I hate how this looks on my skin. Like, there isn't much left, obviously. Oh, there is a little bit left, but I don't think so I am going to use this because honestly it just looks so terrible on my skin, and I think so this is like 5 years old, so obviously I have to declutter it. So the next is this Pond's BB cream, which I absolutely love. I really love this a lot, and obviously I'm going to keep this in my keep it pile. So the next is this LA Girl Pro BB cream. I really love this. This is in the shade medium. I really love this. It's a little bit dark on me, but I can make it work, and I really think that this is an amazing BB cream. Also, they have very many different shades, so I just think that it is one of the best BB creams out there, so obviously going to keep this. So this is the Sugar BB cream, and I have recently tested this one out on camera and I ended up actually liking it. So obviously I'm testing this out. I used this twice so far. I did like it. I have my thoughts and I'll put that up in a video, but currently obviously definitely keeping it. I have this Vatenn Photofocus stick foundation. I actually like this so much more than the Photofocus liquid foundation, so obviously going to keep this. This gives very beautiful finish on the skin. It looks flawless on the skin. It gives a very natural type of a look, and it's not too dewy but it's not too matte, and I really like this a lot. So I am in the shade, I think so this is the Golden Honey, and this suits me perfectly, so going to definitely keep this. So the next is the Sugar foundation. This is a stick foundation, so you can see here this is how it looks like. I love this foundation so much. I really love sugar based products a lot. I really do think that they work really well, so obviously I am going to keep this one. So the next is this e.l.f. Camo CC cream. I think it is an overhyped product, but obviously I'm going to keep it because it's not bad. But it's definitely not my favorite CC cream. It has a very good coverage, I would say, but texture wise it leans more on the matte side, and you guys know I don't like too much of a matte, CC cream or foundation. This honestly doesn't feel like a CC cream. It feels much more like a foundation to me, but obviously I'm going to keep it. Definitely not repurchasing it, but yeah, it is not a bad CC cream, especially if you have oily skin. So the next is the Sugar. This is the cushion actually BB cream, and this is how it looks like. I honestly did like a video where I said that I don't like how it has such a small quantity to it, and I still stand by it. I don't like how it has such a small quantity, although the formulation is quite good. I would say it looks very natural, very dewy on the skin, and it just looks beautiful on the skin. But honestly not going to repurchase this because it was 1000 rupees. For 1000 rupees you definitely get a very small quantity, so keeping it but not going to repurchase. So the next is this Maybelline Super Stay. This is the full coverage foundation. This is a very good full coverage foundation which doesn't look cakey on me, so obviously going to keep it. Although it can look a little, matte sometimes, I like to mix this with my dewier foundation. When I really want a full coverage glam, I grab this foundation, and the foundation looks a little bad to be very honest, but it has been working so well for me, so definitely going to keep this one. So next is this Spotlight foundation from PAC. I actually really love this. It is one of my favorite foundations, and I see myself repurchasing this time and again. I don't know why this is such an underrated product. I don't see many people talk about this, but this has been my favorite ever since I got this, and yeah, that is why I'm definitely going to keep this one. So next is this Bella Voste Hydrating Foundation. I think so this is an amazing foundation, definitely a dupe of the Nika Skin Genius one and the K-Beauty one as well. So this feels so good, especially if you have dry skin, and if you can find your actually skin tone, skin shade actually in this foundation, definitely grab this because it has been one of my favorite ever since I got it as well. So next is this Colourpop foundation. This is the no filter foundation. Now I got this, like, I don't remember when I got it, but I really like this a lot. It definitely is more like suitable for oily skin, but I do like to mix this with my other dewy foundation, and I like how this looks on my skin, so keeping it. But I think after like 3 months or so I'm going to declutter it, but right now I am going to use it up for 3 months and then going to declutter it. So next is this Vatenn Match Perfection foundation. This has SPF 30 in it. It is one of the best dewy foundation. It is so good for dry skin. I just cannot tell you guys how amazing this is for dry skin. And again, this is a very underrated brand. Although it's a little bit on the pricey side. I mean, it retails for 1,000 or something like that. I just think that it is really good, and I just obviously am going to keep this and going to repurchase this as well. Once I finish this up, I'm going to repurchase this as well. So this is the Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation, and this was such a hyped up product once, and I actually think it is a very good foundation for dewy skin. If you have oily skin, definitely stay away from it because it is going to make you look super dewy, but I really love it, and I just use this in the winter actually. I cannot use this in summer because it looks too greasy. So this is my favorite one of my favorite winter foundations, so obviously going to keep this. So next is this Stay Quirky foundation, and oh my god, this is a disaster. Never ever purchase this. I made the mistake of purchasing this, and this is just throwing your 100 rupees down the down the drain. Don't purchase it. It looks terrible on the skin. It looks patchy. It's clinging onto your dry areas. It doesn't have coverage. It looks very unnatural. Sits on top of the skin. Definitely going in the declutter pile. So this is the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. Now this one I actually loved when I was using this continuously. There was a time when I was using this non-stop on a day-to-day basis, but currently I'm not using this because this is quite old and I think it has gone bad actually. So I obviously have to declutter it, and I'm not going to purchase it because this is like a matte, soft matte finish, which I'm not into these days, so I'm not going to repurchase this. But if you like soft matte good coverage foundation, I think this is a very good one, but for my preference I'm just not going to purchase this one again. So this is the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and I actually really like it. I don't like this alone, how this looks on my skin. This is a foundation that I mix with my other foundation to make it look more dewy or more natural, so that's why I'm going to keep this. Alone, I don't like it that much, but obviously I will be keeping this one. So this is the Beauty People HD Pro foundation. This is something that I got very recently, so obviously keeping this. I use this only once. I honestly have like polarizing views on this. Like, I don't really hate it, but I don't really like it as well. So obviously I will have to try this one out quite a couple of times, and then I will decide to maybe keep this or throw this one out. Let's see. So this is the K-Beauty foundation. Obviously going to keep this, one of my favorite foundations, and this is amazing. You guys know that this is one of my favorite, and keeping this one. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear foundation. Now again, this is so good. It has the perfect natural finish to it, and I am so glad I got this. This was a very hyped up foundation once, and I think it's definitely worth the hype, 100%. So keeping this. This is the LA Colors Truly Matte Foundation. I got this like 2 years back. This has gone bad. I really like this. I don't know if I'm going to actually repurchase this because you guys know I have so many foundations. So if I'm going to repurchase something, that has to be quite unique in formulation. This was quite good, I would say, but it has gone bad right now, and I will have to declutter it. So this one actually, as you can see by the condition, it's definitely not in a usable, form. But I'm going to keep this because this is my first foundation ever that I purchased, and I did save up. This was 600 rupees back in the day, and I remembered I saved that 600 rupees to get this foundation. So obviously this is like this is something that is very close to my heart, and I cannot declutter it. So I am obviously going to keep this forever and always. So this is the Garnier BB cream. I really like it. It's one of my favorite BB creams, and I am obviously going to keep this. This one is the good one. I decluttered the one that I thought it was going bad. So yeah, this is in a very perfect condition. So obviously going to keep this. So this is the Studio West. Actually, this is the foundation. I recently tried this one out. I have been like using this foundation so much on my face. I really am gravitating towards this foundation, and I think it's like becoming one of my favorite foundations. So obviously definitely going to keep this. So another new foundation that I have been trying is this e.l.f. Flawless Setting Foundation. I like this one more than the e.l.f. CC Cream actually. I would say the CC Cream one, I was like, as I said, it's kind of too matte, but this one has a perfect satin finish to it. I have been testing it out quite a couple of times, and I do end up liking every time I use this foundation. The shade is not the very good match for me, but I still am going to keep this, and it's like slowly, becoming one of my top favorite foundations. So the next is this Mars Blossom Soft Matte Foundation. As the name suggests, this is a very soft matte foundation, and not only that, it looks very good on the skin for some reason. I have tried soft matte foundations in the past which are like very, soft type of, it's not too matte on the skin, but this formulation is quite different, and I really do like it. Even if I have dry skin, I really ended up liking it. So obviously I'm going to keep this, but both of these shades are really bad. I don't know why I got the shade 02 Ivory. I think I'm going to give this one to someone else, but I'm going to keep the shade 04. This one I'm going to keep this, and this one maybe I will resell it or I'll give it to someone. I don't know that yet. This one suits my skin, so I'm going to keep this one. So another foundation that I absolutely love, that is a matte foundation actually, is this Vatenn. This is the Italian matte foundation. Now again, I think this is such an underrated foundation. I do think that as I have dry skin, I tend to not like that much of matte foundation, but this one just looks so good. It looks so good in pictures as well. If you want a foundation that looks absolutely flawless in real life and in pictures, I think this one is like, is a go-to foundation for me. So the last I have here is this Nika Skin Genius. Obviously going to keep this. It is one of my favorite foundations, and obviously I really love this a lot. So I have two piles here. This is the pile that I am going to throw out. I mean, obviously some foundations it has gone bad, so I obviously have to throw them out, but some I am actually going to give this to my friends or family, like this one which I didn't like, but it is in a very good condition. I am going to give some of these to my friends and family, and some I have to throw it out, unfortunately. And this is the pile that I am actually going to keep, and I know this is a lot, but I really love all the foundations that I have here. And I just think that I know I love foundations a lot, and I do have quite a bit of collection, I would say, more than a regular consumer, but I have YouTube videos to make. I have to test out different formulations, so keeping this, I think so, is a good, pile for me. So yeah, that was everything for today's video. So that was it for the whole foundation collection. Let me know what is your favorite foundation, so that I can actually check it out. I love testing out new foundation, new BB creams, anything of that sort. So let me know what is your favorite foundation, and I will definitely check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, you can hit the subscribe button and ring on the notification bell as well. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.